Great rise in YouTube. Great rise in Facebook. How y'all doing? How y'all doing this morning? Y'all come on for the walk. Y'all come on for the walk. Let me heat Betsy up a minute here now. Y'all come on for the walk. Grab your weights. Get on your bikes. Get on your Nautilus machines. You already got your sneakers on. Sit down, pick up your weights, get your elbows and arms ready. I would do those things, but you see how close to the ceiling is here. Alright. Ooh, let me turn this down, son. Let me turn this down. Hey, was my back to the audience the whole time? Great rises. Great rises in your home. On your job. In your life. Hey! Ooh! Oh, something's written at the bottom. I can't see it. Oh, I don't know. Anyway. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Facebook. Well, I don't know if I should just jump right into it or not. Y'all got y'all stuff ready? We're already 13 seconds in this little short walk. Anyway, let me slow this baby down. Well, I spoke with my therapist, Joan the therapist. And I had to keep in the conversation, I had to constantly remind Joan the therapist that, you know, they asked, what are you calling for? Or, you know, why? And I said, I've got my good life. I'm sitting here, living my good life, planning my future, and a jury duty notice comes in the mail. I said, and that, hence the reason for the call. I said, yes, I'm not going to no courthouse. To me, all the Proud Boys is at the courthouse. And all the criminals disguised as law people, to me, are in the courthouses, around the courthouse. Listen, when they put that 45 in, when they made a crook, they know the crook. When 150 million or more people know the man's a crook and they support a crook. And the first people that support him most is the police people. No, I'm staying away from you. I'm going to no courthouse. So, she said, well, you know, okay, I got you. I said, so the reason why I'm calling you is for you to get me ready to, if I have to go, it has to be unconscious. So for you to refer me to like a hypnotist or somebody who can medicate me where I don't know whether I'm in the courtroom or on the moon. So she was like, okay, but I said, no, not going to convert me to walk into the belly of the beast with no spray mace, no can, I can't take no can, no pepper spray. I can't take my little sticky thing. I call it a DNA. You may get me, but they're gonna find you. And then my taser. I can't go out there with none of that stuff. And I know I'm walking into the belly of the beast. No, I ain't going. Yep. I said now before 45, I did. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it to you like that. Before 45, I did. I walked into the belly of that beast all the time. Ignorance. My ignorance. I would go places where I was the only black one there. Did not bother me at all. Money is green, honey. This is America. My people blood is all over. Like the Native Americans said, their people blood is all over this country. My people blood is all over this country too. So I didn't have any problem going anywhere I wanted to go. But somehow when you look at like 150 million people hate your motherfucking guts and what you get, that changes the whole thing. And then 150 million people in this country want a crook, what do they call it, grifter. And a whole organized crime family thing. It blew my mind. So I don't see the court system as being, as they stand for law. Okay, I just want to stay away from it. Whatever you are, or whatever you ain't, I just want to stay away from you. But then I get this jury summons. So she says, there's, a few questions I have to ask you. And, I guess basic questions. What do you feel, what do you, and I said, okay, Jordan, you listen to me. I am happy with my life. I am so close to being nothing but pure energy that I ain't got time to be mad at nobody. I'm not mad at me, I ain't mad at you, I'm not mad at anyone. I'm just not walking, I'm not taking my matter and my energy into the belly of the beast, which to me is that court stuff. Everybody in there has made it clear they hate my guts. And I'm just a little old black raisin, honey. They go after the young and the old. So, easy prey. And I can't jab nobody. I can't spray no pepper in nobody's face. And I can't tase nobody. I ain't going in there. I am not going in there. So, she says, oh, okay. I just have to ask these questions. Something about my mental state, and I said, okay, Joe, I know we gotta go through this. My mental state was good until in the mail came a notice for me to report for jury duty. That's it. I'm not calling you because I need you. I done told you I'm too close to becoming all energy to be hooked up on stuff like that. Caught up on crap like that. I don't go around them. I know now. And when I leave the house, I always have either my taser, my DNA, or my pepper spray. DNA is something that you just poke somebody. I ain't gonna kill nobody, but I'm gonna leave enough blood so they can find you. So, Joan goes on. What is your relationship with your mother? I said, Joan, I'm not quoting exactly the question, but I said, Joe, I am 63 years old. I'm not calling you to talk about my mother. At 63, if she's still bothering me, I do got issues. I haven't been a mother. I haven't been a grandmother, but I'm old enough to. I'm not a great grandmother, but I'm old enough to. Really. So. She said, my father, I said, oh, you talking about my sperm donor? I said, Joe, let me tell you just how racism has affected my entire life. My mother and father, I believe, were good people. My mother was so creative. She had so many things of arts and different things. She was so funny. But she could not understand why these people hated her that she never did anything to. she would sit up at night wondering, why are these people doing this? What is this a problem? Why can't I get a job? Why can't I go to school? Why does it go with my student? Okay, so, right? Okay, Joe? It just to say, as to say, my family life affected the fact that I'm talking about it now. Why I'm not going in the courthouse with the Proud Boys and this thing. Them folks up there putting nooses in a warehouse that get them jobs. That's how much they hate. They would starve themselves to go after one African American. So I said, and I often thought about my sperm donor, how he would have been different. If not, at first, I didn't bring up this part because my great-grandfather, after the Emancipation Proclamation, was on one of those South Carolina, those islands like right off the coast of Charleston. They were gullers. And great-great-grandpa something had the island. And according to my brother, my father said, basically, they stole the island from him. It's some Warren Island now with a big old hotel on top of it and the whole 9 yards. So, that was him. My father. Then he goes into the service, feeling good, saving his money. They all got together, bought their mama a house, 2 houses. And, came off the boat, got on the bus, had a good time from New York to Washington, D.C., and had to stand up out of Washington, D.C. to Charleston, South Carolina. The person that got off that bus in Charleston, South Carolina was not the same person that got on the bus in New York City. That person that got off the bus had enough. The hate rages in that man that would, so, but Jill, right now, I just want to tell you now, I'm not going into the belly of the beast. I understand racism. I know it's there. I'm not messing with nobody. I just don't want nobody messing with me. So we go on, I said, you know what, she says, something about, do we think this situation will be resolved? No, something that made me respond with this. When I think of being locked in a jury room with them racists, spitting in my water I put down, tripping me when I walk by, pulling out the chair from underneath me, leaving noose rope things in my chair when I leave and they're all in there, I'd have to sit with my back against the wall. She said, oh, I was like, yeah. They done made it clear. They done put them little Mexican babies in a cage and starve them. You think I'm an old black race and you think they're going to do better for me? Please. So I did share with her a saying that just went right over her head. Every old ain't wise. That you can live on this earth a long time. It don't mean you learn nothing, experience nothing, got anything out of it. You just old, just here. Driftwood is old too. So, we had the half mark of the walk. I told her I don't do depression, I do exercise. I've always done exercise. I don't do depression. Oh, she asked me about my sleep pattern. I said, when you exercise, you set your own sleep pattern. That's why I exercise. Exercise takes a lot of that. Depression, sleeplessness, restlessness. Walk your ass on the treadmill for a half hour. Sit down, kick your feet for a half hour. Raise your arm, get cardio, get some muscles going. Please. And then I had to remind her, that's not the reason for this call. That's not the reason for the call, y'all. I exercise. I walk. I take care of my matter. My matter matters to me. First half of this walk is brought to you by I Like to Say Yes. Y'all know, keep the word yes in your child's vocabulary with I Like to Say Yes. I Like to Say Yes has brightly colored pages with boldly dressed children running, jumping, and playing. Now, Lorraine M. Moe, the chairman of Behavioral and Social Science Department, professor of early education, Housatonic Community College, Bridgeport, Connecticut, said, your book could be used as early readers since there are predictable sentences and limited vocabulary. That's why it's for early readers. And it puts the word yes in your child's vocabulary. Now, I've been seeing this little icon thing at the bottom of this Facebook thing. Comments will appear here. Oh, oh, I don't see no comments appearing, but thanks for letting me know. If I get any, that's what it'll be. That's what it'll be. Did I say Great Rising, Canada? Did I say Great Rising to my friends? Okay, let's get started. It's almost over now. Wasn't that painless? As the dentist always says. That was painless, right? Like, you're right. Yes, Mary died. Oh, Mary is probably packing because Mary's going on vacation, so I know what her focus is. I know Diana is resting a little bit in the morning, so she catches me later. Jonah pop in and say hi. That's what I was trying to tell Joan. I have a therapist. It's you guys. Or it's the camera. Because I think a lot of times they'll just say hi, you know, going about their life. But I have a therapist. She did ask me if I'm religious or spiritual. And I just told her that I've never been so relieved in my life to offload the burden of religion off of me. My matter has been so happy. I don't think I'm spiritual. I know that this body and me, we are matter and energy. And matter, just like any other matter on this earth, just go on and on and on. Well, some do, maybe my bones and stuff will still remain here. But basically, matter drops back to the ground, and then you have energy. And we feel energy all around us. You know how this thing is moving? Energy. How I move this matter? Energy. So, I don't have all those hang-ups and stuff like that. I don't get into all that. And she said, she was like, cool. And then she wanted to know, oh yeah, if I'm obsessive. And I'm like, no, not obsessive. I'm an activist. I said, like, I use the example of when I walked 5 days at the health department in the town of Greenwich, because back in the AIDS education days, the health department, board of education was saying, that they didn't have to do AIDS and HIV education in school because my daughter was in school at the time. They didn't have to do it because that was basically it. It was the Haitians that got it. And basically poor people, minorities. So, and man, I was sitting there and I heard it because, again, I was doing an AIDS awareness play, and I was like, you know, another thing my daughter keeps telling me is, Mommy, they don't do any education at the school. Mommy, we're not learning anything about AIDS, because she's learning it from me because I'm going around and I'm talking about it. I have the counselors and stuff like that. And so I make an appointment to go sit with the health department, the guy there, and sit down, emails and stuff to the Board of Education. And then finally, my daughter kind of relayed to me that, you know, she had friends and stuff like that, and, you know, so it just riled me up. So I did like an AIDS education campaign. I had something, it's in the Greenwich Times. Oh, the Greenwich Times, 1995-ish. 1995-ish. And, ooh, am I walking that slow, really? And I marched in front of Town Hall and the health department, because the health department should make the Greenwich Board of Education teach AIDS education, but they believed that at that time it was a Haitian thing and basically only poor people were getting it. That's the mindset of British. And so I said, now some people can say that's obsession, but me, I'm an activist. I said what I said, everybody saw it, you need to start teaching AIDS education. And sometime later, they came home and said, Mommy, they are teaching it. Whether I had something to do with it or not, I don't know. I have no idea. None. But my daughter saw how important AIDS education was to me. Her friends saw how important. There was one person in that town that felt that AIDS education was extremely important, and it was the old black lady walking around with her signs on. That's me. So I said, well, according to therapist levels, is that obsession? And then I told her, I said, here's another thing. Here's the flip side of that, too. You see, if I go in there, or what I said to her was, I don't want to go in there and then someone decides to share their everyday sitting around the table eating racist talk. And they don't know it's racist talk, but then they come and sit down to me, and then I have to hear it. I said, I'm going to punch somebody in their face. I'm going to kick somebody. Because you know the racist talk going on. In my house, when I was raised, we never had that racist talk. We never had the hate the white people talk. Never. Never. Well, my father, but he got his own issue, okay, so he did. He did, but we understood that he had issues. We wasn't taking his hate on as our own. But my mother, never. Never, never, never. My grandmother, never, never, never. My grandmothers, never, 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 never. They never said anything hateful about white people. Their whole thing to us was warning us. Warning us. stay away from them because they can do something and not get in trouble, but you can do the same thing and get in trouble. So stay away from them. Stay away from them because if they see you do something, they can tell on you and you can go to jail for a long time. But if you see them do something, you can't say anything about them that weighs anything in court. So that's the kind of stuff they did, warning us. You know, don't be grabbing nothing in stores. I see little kids now be doing it. I think a lot of the shootings with the police and stuff, little kid grabbing stuff, we get tore up if we snatch anything off a counter, anything. Or my grandmother will give you that look, you got money? You picking it up. You must got money. See? But, you know, and they faced it. But that wasn't my head. My daughter, no, I never talk that stuff around her. No. We are all people. She know I give her the we are all people. You know, love yourself and love will come. Everybody just try to get along and make it in this world. That's a brother of another color. That's a sister of another color. But that's it. See, that's what I spoke. Well, honey, when y'all made 45 president, whoo, whoo, huh, still ain't recovered. I don't want to be when y'all gave hate and racism the green light, and from what I'm hearing, the Supreme Court, the weakest branch of government, is still trying to take that hate and that racism and put it into gigantic law to bite later on. So thank goodness that judges are just human beings like us, and don't never forget that. They're not gods. They walk around in robes, but they're men's like we is men's and women's. Let's do some fingers. I finished yesterday. I didn't even get my song in. See why I don't like that voters registration coming to my house? We was talking about so many other things. Planning for the future. Trying to take my video to the senior citizens' houses. And then all of a sudden, this racist bullshit is dominating my life. And I cannot stand it. I'm not going. I want it off the table. I don't never... Okay. 10 years at 73. Put me down, I'll be there. But until the effects of... honey, hate overwhelming, honey. Whew. No. And yeah, even now when I'm thinking that, okay, the virus started up again, and I'm thinking like, hey, maybe I can go back to Planet Fitness. I don't want to go back. I think there'll still be hate lingering around in there. I think that 45, that Proud Boy, that GOP hate will be like always the elephant in the room. You know? A little bump, a little nod that I used to say, it just happens because we're going for the weights and stuff like that. I don't think I feel like that now. Now I feel like it's a race shit. Well, I never felt like that before. You know? I don't know. Sometimes I used to go to Planet Fitness at my time. Maybe it would be like 3 African American people, 4 African American people. I want more there if I go this from now. Because I know a lot of them is probably with them Klansons and the Klookses and the Proud Boys and the Afatima and and Aunt Jemima and the underground this and the subversion this. I want to stay away from all that stuff, honey. I'm soon going to be nothing but energy. Let me and my matter do our thing until we leave. Thank you very much. Let's do 15. Tuck in your elbows. Change hands, let's do the other way. I didn't get my song in yesterday. I didn't know the note. 15. Tuck in the elbow. What's the good luck? Hey, look how fast this little half hour is up. Yes, I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. Okay, not to be vain, when I said just me, if you sing the song because you've been listening to it for 6 months, you'd be pointing to you. Just want to put that out there. I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Yeah, y'all. Another walk down, another walk down, another walk bites the dust. How y'all like that? Thanks for walking with me. I'll see you tomorrow. YouTube, thanks.